Welcome to your free masterclass, your guide to starting your resin business and what you need to know. The artist expansion method is all about three pillars. Pillar one, showing up for yourself and releasing your week or day with resin art. This is where we start to build our resin confidence. Pillar two, where we take our artistry to new levels. Here you learn to make high quality, sellable art. And then we have pillar three, you're ready for some income. So let's get you started and selling with the exact steps you need to take to succeed. Resin art's for you if you're ready to show up for yourself and you want to start your resin journey with ease. Every artist has a starting point, and I'm here to guide you on the exact path to creating. You're in the right place if you want to create masterpieces that will drop jaws. That is how we get sales in business. Do you want to make high quality art that sells? You need the right colors, you need the right composition, you need it to flow, and you need to be confident when you pour. There shouldn't be questions of, am I doing this right? If you're looking to sell the art, you need to be good before you start selling, or you won't get any traction.
Hi, I'm artist Agnes Root. I'm a mama of one sweet little girl. I'm a resin master. At 12 years old, I was in adult art classes. My mom always thought I was very talented. I love developing new techniques and sharing them with you. I started the trend of actually putting real quartz into the geode pieces because I am an OG of geode resin art. So I'm one of the originals that kind of was in the beginning of when this all started. And I'm so damn proud of this my students. Like the work they create, I'm like, amazing, amazing. A little about me. I first started playing with resin about 8 years ago, geode resin art since 2018. This is where full time artists landed on my lap. In my first year in selling art, I made $100,000, which I was shocked with. And I didn't realize that I could make the same amount of money that I was in my corporate job doing this. I made the choice to start my newfound passion and knowledge. It filled my heart, and it was like the missing piece of expressing myself. And I really wanted everyone else to feel this too. I have helped over 10,000 students. And this piece of art that you see here skyrocketed my success and my following. So, my hot tip for you is once you have all your techniques down, and you want to share on social media, make a big piece, like a big statement piece that you do a reveal on. And that is how you're going to get attention.
Every artist starts with zero followers. Everyone has a starting point. You can't start a business and it comes with all these followers. That's not how it works. Everybody has a point of starting. Now, imagine this, you're in a room with 500 people looking at your art. You'd be beyond happy with the turnout, right? Now, think of it this way, you get 500 followers that are interested in what you're doing. You need to be proud of this. They're following you and wanting to know who you are as the artist. So you need to celebrate every follower that comes into your space. Think of it as this: the person came, they viewed your online gallery, and now wants a front seat and see what you're up to. That's pretty exciting, and every follower is a celebration. You don't need a massive following to have people buying from you. They just need to be engaged. Now, how do we succeed? One, get really good at resin art. Make art that stands out. You are making new ideas. So you're making art not like everybody else. You're not following the crowd. You're going and making maybe something similar but adding something that's you in it so that when someone comes and sees your art, they're like, oh, I know exactly who this artist is. Two, get an engaged Instagram following. You can start selling with a micro following. You don't need that large following to sell. And that is a mindset that we need to get out of. 3, collect emails. We want to do releases that sell out. 4, don't give up, okay? Like I said, every artist starts with 0 followers. The growth happens when you're pushing forward, that you're not giving up. That is the way to succeed in this business. You are so happy you're finally making beautiful art and you feel like you're making art that's going to stand out. Now it's time to start your Instagram account. We want to make sure that this is not private, it is open and only used for your art. We don't put any family stuff in here, okay? This is where you'll share your art as your online portfolio. Galleries take 50% of your sale. So make sure that your online gallery, which is open 24/7, looks aesthetically like a gallery, that everything looks pretty in here. When someone comes on, they're like, oh, this is so aesthetically pleasing. I would love to buy from this person. This is exactly what we're going to be posting like. We're going to be posting aesthetically pleasing content. So, who will be your ideal customer? We need to speak to those people in our posts. We also don't want to be attracting artists, okay? We're not doing step by step. We are not following other artists. Who are we following? We're following accounts that would buy. While you are leveling up your artistry, you're going to have this art. Now, what are you going to do with that? You're trying new techniques, you're perfecting your artistry. Well, it's time to sell some of those pieces, right? But where? Facebook Marketplace. Now, this is before we start our business, and we're going to be selling it at low prices. Also, if you think this is amazing art and you start making this and you're like, wow, this is so good, I want to be putting this into my business, then of course that doesn't go on Facebook Marketplace. These are pieces where we feel like, this could be better. I am practicing, I am trying to perfect my art. But I mean, if you just go into it and you feel like, wow, this is it, then do not put it up there. So by doing this, it helps you invest more into your business. So like you can put it out there, sell it, and then you can take that money and invest it into more panels, into more practicing. Because really, when we showcase our art, we do want it to be spectacular. We don't want it to be your first piece where you were practicing. So we won't be selling on Marketplace once we start our business. That is why it's a great spot to start. Resin art. The difference between resin art and acrylic is that beautiful shine we get. We can add gold, glitters, and so much more. We can add textures here. When we think of resin art, think of it as this extra strong glue that we get to work with. And that glue has this beautiful shine, and that is resin epoxy. So here, and this is one of the mastery classes where I teach you how to work on a canvas. We can do this by just doing these glue lines, because what happens is on canvas, when we add texture, it gets heavy and the canvas can't handle that weight. Therefore, if you didn't have these lines, all of it would run towards the texture. But because we have these lines, it keeps the resin from pouring into each other. So there's lots of techniques to learn. Canvas, then we can work on birch panels, beautiful textured glitter, or maybe no texture at all. Maybe you just want to work with beautiful resin that you lace into each other. There is just so many ways to play with resin. And as a business, you want to stand out. You want to be making resin art that nobody else is making. So you can do geode art with flowers in it. So you'd have the flower class, you take that. Or you do geode resin art with jasmonite. So we do want to stand out in the crowd, and by standing out, we have to do it a little different. And that's why in Resin Mastery, I go through so many new techniques, and you have to pull what you love and make that your own. Stand out. I will show you how to make great art, and then you're gonna pull the techniques that's needed to make yourself a great artist. But first, we need to learn the basics, fundamentals, get those down packed, and then we can move on to bigger projects and really challenge ourselves. If you feel a little challenged, then you're doing the right thing. It means you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and that means that's the only way to go big, is stepping out of that comfort zone.